thanks for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be reviewing Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I haven't read Bracken's work before, so this was like my introduction to her. The Darkest Minds and Lore. That's what, Darkest Minds is really what kind of set her on the map. Haven't read it. And then Lore, which is kind of like Hunger Games meets Greek mythology, I've been told. So I own it because, of course, I own anything that has to do with Greek mythology. Silver in the Bone is Arthurian mythology. And I quite liked it. There's a lot online about people who didn't like it, and I understand why. I understand why. It's not an incredibly fast-paced book. And it is, I don't want to say it's slow to build because to me it wasn't slow to build, but it can be perceived that way. What Bracken is doing is she's laying a lot of groundwork throughout the story for things that are going to be pretty much explored in the next novel and make this novel come to an explosive conclusion. So she is building a lot of groundwork throughout the novel, and you only see that in hindsight. When you finish the book, you're like, holy crap, nothing is confusing, but all that foundation that she's building, all the foundation she's laying out, it does slow down the pacing of the novel just a smidge. And I can understand why that would deter some people. I mean, if you go on Goodreads, some people are just like, DNF'd, most boring book ever. I understand where they're coming from, but I also read a lot of slow-moving high fantasy as well, so slow-paced novels I don't usually have a problem with as long as there's something to make up for it. And I think Bracken does make up for it, because I didn't even think that the pacing of the novel was slow. It wasn't until I saw the reviews and I reflected back and I'm like, I can see where these people are coming from, right? I was invested in the characters because I do think Tamsin is really great. She has a really fun relationship with, what is it? The Hand of Glory. It's like a mummified hand that lights up and reveals magical artifacts, and it's a little creepy. But they have this relationship because it doesn't talk, and she just, snaps back at. She's like, "Oh, come on, get off it." It's really amusing in a little disturbed way, and you see her devotion to her adoptive brother Caleb. So Caleb and her, they're not blood related, but they are brother and sister. They are both rescued by the same man who is a hollower. Now, hollowers in this world, they are people who can see magic, and what they do with that is they go hunting for mythological gifts, mainly King Arthurian mystical artifacts, right? Everyone wants to get back to Avalon, and then you also have witches as well. And it's really interesting, the world building. I did like the world building. I liked the magic system here. I liked Tamsin as well. So there were a lot of things in the book that didn't even make me think that this was a slow-paced book. And it wasn't until someone's review on Goodreads said that, and I'm just like, I didn't really feel that way, but I can understand where you're coming from. Because again, Bracken is laying down a lot of groundwork for that explosive ending, because there's a lot of plot twists. There are a lot of plot twists in that last half of the book. And one of them was completely jaw-dropping, just the way the book ended itself. I was just like, what? I'm like, okay, I need book 2, and I need book 2 now. That was me when I would finish reading it, because I did not see that coming at all. And mind you, Tamsin is now in Avalon. And I think when you get to Avalon, that's where the story really starts to pick up, because they're they're hunting for a treasure. She's hunting for her lost adopted father, who pretty much abandoned them, to go on a quest. And again, lots of foundation, lots of groundwork. And Avalon is not Avalon. It has been cursed, it is rotted, and if you die in Avalon, your soul does not get to rest. You come back as a monster and you have silver for bones. and you're seeing all these female knights, and it's really, really cool to see, you know, this really strong femininity to the novel, because you do have, you know, your knights, and your women knights, and you also have your magic users who are a little bit more feminine. So but even the knights don't lose their femininity about them, and I like that about Bracken's storytelling, how she's really delving into what it means to be like a knight of King Arthur's court, but also Morgan Le Fay mythology and Guinevere mythology, and kind of showcasing what the femininity of those two and replicating it in different and various ways to all these characters in the book. So once you're in Avalon, I think that's when the story really, really picks up, and really you become invested in Tamsin and her relationship with Connor, and what the heck is going on with the Lady of the Lake, and this curse, and King Arthur, and Caleb himself is cursed as well. He turns into a werewolf of sorts. It's just really, really interesting to read, and I was personally invested in the story. So I really liked it, and that ending was just not fair. Not fair. I mean, well, I think I got book 2 soon, so I need to read it, because it's just not fair. Not fair how it ended. I'm like, God damn it. Oh, Bracken. It was a really good ending. My jaw was just like, so yeah, I do have to give this book 4 out of 5 stars. I do recommend it, but I will say yes. In hindsight, it is a little slow for that opening, but, you know, she's setting up the stage, she's setting up a lot of foundation for those explosive plot twists, and you're just like, holy crap, I should have seen this coming. But I didn't! I didn't. Maybe you will, but I didn't. So yeah, really good book. I enjoyed it. I will, of course, include links in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. On that note, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.